Guru, made for you.
This is the video on solving a system of linear inequalities. So in the last video, we learned how to graph a linear inequality. Well, now we're going to be dealing with two or more linear inequalities and how to find the solution of that. So we have two inequalities right here. Y is greater than 2x minus 3 and y is less than 2x plus 6. So what we need to do first is graph those two linear inequalities. So let's graph the first one. Y is greater than 2x minus 3. And so since it's in the slope-intercept kind of where you have y isolated, let's graph it like we would graph a normal line. And we would make it a dotted line because it's not or equal to. So 2x minus 3, so your intercept is at negative 3. You go up 2 and then over 1. Up 2 over 1. And then you would graph your line. So your line would be something like this. Line isn't very neat. Let me add more points. Something like that. And then it would be y is greater than 2x minus 3. So since it's greater than, we would shade the region above. So it would be all that. Now we're gonna graph the second inequality right here on the same coordinate plane. So y is less than 2x plus 6. So your intercept is at 6 and 2x, so 1, 2 over 1. Same thing. And then now we would draw another dotted line. I hope you could see that. So these two lines are parallel. And this looks kind of messy, but it's just an idea. And it says y is less than 2x plus 6. So we would shade all the region under the graph. Now if you notice, both of the graphs overlap at a single region. That region is about right there. So this region would be our solution region because both of the graphs overlap at that point. And if we had 3 inequalities, it would be where all 3 would overlap. And if you had 4, it would be where all 4 overlap. So therefore, this would be our solution region. And this is not very neat. You should do it pretty neatly when you do yours. I don't have a nice handy line tool, and I can't really use a ruler. So when you graph your lines, be sure to use a ruler. So let's do another problem, a slightly harder one, with 4 inequalities. So, it's with 3. 3 inequalities. So our inequalities will be y is greater than or equal to 2x. 3y is less than x. And y is greater than or equal to negative 30. So for these two, we have y isolated, but for this one we don't. So let's divide everybody by 3. And we would get y is less than 1/3 x, or x over 3. Because they both mean the same thing. So let's graph each one. Y is greater than or equal to 2x. So the intercept would be 0, because it's the same thing as y is greater than or equal to 2x plus 0. 2 over 1, 2 over 1, 2 over 1, 2 over 1, 2 over 1. Like that. And it would be greater than or equal to, so above the graph. Somewhere in that region. And let's do our next one. Y is less than or equal to 1/3 x. So that would also be at 0, 0, and then 1 over 1, 2, 3, 1 over 1, 2, 3, 1 over 1, 2, 3, and 1 over 1, 2, 3. So it would be a line something like that. Something like that, and it's less than, so the region under the graph. There. And then our last one, which is y is greater than or equal to -3. So that would mean that our slope is 0. So it would be a horizontal line. And the intercept said -3. So we would just graph a horizontal line. And we would get greater than or equal to. So we just shade everything above. And if you see under all this, they all overlap in this region over here. This region. That. So this would be our solution region, with this being a dotted line and these two being solid lines. So this is how you solve a system of linear inequalities by graphing, basically. And you would just see where all the graphs would overlap. So thanks for watching. Guru.